this is Jess from 16 News. I am here with Hold Your Grudge. If you guys could just say your names and what you do in the band.
I'm Tyler Cummings. I played lead guitar in Hold Your Grudge.
James Benedetto. I play rhythm guitar.
Tony Mantone. I play bass.
I'm Zach. I do vocals.
You can take the microphone.
I'll pass the mic.
I'm Jim and I play drums.
Awesome, guys. Well, this is a big show for you. This is your EP release show. Tell us a little bit about your history as a band up to this point.
Should I be the... All right. Basically, we started off as maybe amongst the brave, I would say, with this idiot. Adrian, get over here. This kid just happens to be in here. Adrian, get up here. Adrian, this kid's the boss.
What's up,
right?
guys?
He used to be our vocalist, but we kind of split apart, and so
It happens, though, guys.
it took me, Dave, and James, and
our old drummer.
Dave left a couple of months ago, but we got Jimby over here, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And when we first started the band, we got Zach, and so he started, and then, but after Brandon Straight left, we got Tony, so that's how we started.
Brandon Straight.
And where did you guys get the name Hold Your Grudge?
I can't answer that question. I have no idea.
We got the name. I just wanted something simple, like not these crazy band names about like really intricate, like 20-letter names. I just wanted something like easy and simple to like kind of remember. And Hold Your Grudge is kind of a simple premise because most of our lyric content on the EP is about people stabbing you in the back. So that's kind of how the name came about.
Very, very cool. Okay, so who would you guys say are your influences for the band?
Definitely Sirena. They're from Jersey. The Ghost Inside, like Moths to Flames, For Today. I mean, it just really goes on. But I mean, as far as locals, definitely. What do you guys feel?
Definitely like local bands. Local bands we sound like, I'd say like bands that I enjoy playing with would be like Consider It Personal, Not Without Casualties when they were around, Borderlines, a lot of great local bands that we do enjoy playing with.
I'd have to say The Air I Breathe, Transcends is the big one for me. Local band. Check them out, they're freaking good as hell. The Ghost Inside, he showed me them. For Today.
Said that.
Shut up.
I feel like you shouldn't get that anymore.
A big one is probably Elodie, even though they're not even close to this genre, but that influenced me playing guitar, so that has a big part in it.
Very interesting. So, what kind of training did you guys have coming into this band? And how has working with this band been different from any other bands you've worked with?
I've played guitar for almost 6 years now. What was the other question again?
How has this experience working with this band been different from other bands you've been worked with in the past?
I think I've been in about like 5 bands. This is probably the longest I've ever been in a band.
You guys are miserable.
What was the question?
What was the question?
How long?
What makes it easy? What is it? It's
What training have you had, and how is this experience different than any other?
Like how long have you been playing?
As far as training goes, pretty much we've all been in our own separate bands at one point before we all got into Hold Your Grudge. So I mean, we're kind of like a little used to like the local scene and like practicing home and playing local shows and just being around the whole vibe of like being around people, new faces, new venues. I mean, as far as training goes, that's pretty much about that. And I mean,
how long have you been playing?
how long have we been playing shows for? Bass. I've been playing bass for about, I want to say 8 months now. 7 or 8 months now.
You're a guitarist. Tell him.
That's good.
I used to play guitar in an old band. I've been playing guitar for like 3 years. And I recently joined Hold Your Grudge and I started playing bass. So it's pretty fun, definitely. Anyone else want to?
I guess I'll take it. I don't know. I grew up just always actually like singing choir, going for school, stuff like that. And then I got older, like young age, started singing acoustic music, and then I got more and more into heavier and heavier music. And yeah, I'm not that good at it, but I don't care. I still have fun with it. That's all that matters to me. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Yeah, I've just been playing drums for 14 years, and I went from
Sound like an old drum
rock and
sailor.
roll. Yeah, going from like rock and roll to jazz to metal and hardcore, but then like still playing with like Hold Your Grudge, and still put like a jazz element to like the drumming. So. Tony.
What did I say? How long have I been playing guitar?
I feel like this would have been like
7, 8 years.
You've been playing for 8 years?
7, 8 years.
Holy shit, that's more than me.
But I played bass for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I've been in a band like he was talking about before, Amongst the Brave. We were around for a while, so I'm pretty used to the scene and stuff like that. But yeah, this group right here is by far the easiest group to work with. Like, we really don't bump heads much anymore, but we used to. But yeah,
Forgot about that.
that's about it.
Interesting. Okay. So, how would you guys say you're unique in a world where the music industry is so oversaturated with bands doing the same thing?
I'd say we definitely take more of a step to the melodic side, like Jim B said. Most bands are coming out with that stereotypical deathcore sound, stuff like that. When we write our music, we write it literally for us, no one else. Like, we're glad everyone enjoys it, but we play music that we're passionate about, not trying to fit a genre, not trying to fit a bill, not trying to sound like anybody. We write it, we sit there. If we all like it, that's awesome. If not, we scrap it, and there's plenty of ideas getting kicked back and forth. We just want to play music that we're passionate about. We'll attract the right crowd.
That's really, really awesome. Okay, so every week we have a question of the week. This week's question of the week is... A punk band in Russia was recently sentenced to 2 years in prison for hooliganism after they sang a protest song criticizing Vladimir Putin outside a cathedral. How do you feel about this?
My real honest opinion is, from an outside view looking in, I look at Russia and I probably wouldn't say shit. I wouldn't have done that. They'll just lock you up for anything. Yeah. I mean, it's wrong. It totally is wrong. I disagree. It's a point of music, but for 2 years for them to go to jail because they disagree is crazy. But in places like Russia, you kind of got to accept the fact the government's going to do whatever the hell it wants. No one else has any sort of input. Yeah, I don't care. You can be as mean as you want.
As far as getting thrown into prison for writing a song about something, I mean, if we can do it here and like go on tour for it, why can't they do it for like 5 minutes about something? They're speaking their mind, we're speaking our mind. Difference is bands over here like going on tours and getting signed to like Rise Records and stuff, and if a band did that like over there and got sentenced to prison for 5 minutes, it's just out of my mind. I mean, for 5 minutes of playing, get sent to prison. I don't know. It's just out of control. It's beyond me. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
That is fucked up. I'm about to ask you, like, am I answering like the right question? Because that was.
Do you know what the question
Am I? Did I hear the right question? They got to. They went to jail.
To jail
For
2
playing-
years for singing a song criticizing Vladimir Putin.
It's awful.
Oh my god.
It's awful.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah. The thing is, everyone who plays music these days, like, probably does this because like it's more like meaningful and it's like really like their life, you know. And like if it really like fucks up your life like that, damn, that's not worth it because that fucks future.
I agree. All right, guys, so why don't you talk a little bit about your EP that you're dropping today? Tell us about it as much as you want.
Drop it. All right. So,
like a magician.
So, there's 6 songs on it. It's all right. There's 6 songs on it. I don't know. I mean, it's a bunch of good stuff. We kind of wrote it in like a hurry a little bit, but it still sounds good, you know.
The majority of it.
The majority of it.
We're the most self-hating band ever.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole entire EP was written before I even joined the band, but I know James mentioned to me earlier, previously me joining the band, that they had a few of these already written, and I think the third track off this EP used to be an Amongst the Brave song.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, as far as like songs, there's 6. I mean, we wrote it and like over like since January, we hit the studio, recorded it in like a week, mixed mastered of Charlie and Aaron of Sever the King, another
Sever the King, definitely.
local band.
Check them out.
Definitely check out Sever the King. They're from New
I
Jersey.
don't care. Check them out.
They're amazing, and if it wasn't for them, none of this would have been possible. But I mean, that's that. Just check it out. It's definitely more a step towards like the melodic hardcore feel, and we hope people like it. I mean,
A lot of our lyrics were.
yeah, that's who you want to talk about that.
I think Zach did. I mean, a lot of our lyrics really can be, I guess, touching is the word.
Yeah,
And relating.
Yeah, relating.
Relating
That's
and-
better. Like you can
Every-
relate.
every word on that EP that's all Zach.
It's all Zach.
All Zach.
Anything you have to say about it?
I kind of just wrote most of this. Some of it I was really planned out writing, like 1002 I took a lot of time with. A lot of this just came naturally to whatever I was feeling. It's mostly just straight from the heart. It's easiest to be passionate about. It's whatever you're feeling. You can write it down, tweak it up, and you know you'll get the right audience out there who'll go crazy for it.
Great, guys. Well, we love the EP, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.